Your Honor, we believe that our motion for inhibition raises very serious grounds which affect the due process rights of the respondents.
Inuutan nyo kami! Okay na, okay na!
2006 was nightmarish for members of the bar, with 7 lawyers and judges killed. Under the administration of Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, 19 lawyers and 12 judges have already been murdered. Seen amidst the more than 880 extrajudicial killings from 2001 to date, the phenomenon becomes all the more chilling. 37 other lawyers have been attacked through attempted assassinations, threats, surveillance, labeling. Many of these lawyers are directly involved in human rights advocacy.
Endangered species nga ang people's lawyer, matagal na yan. Kahit ng panahon ng martial law, no? Hindi kagulat-gulat na maging target din sila ng attack ng people's lawyer. Tulad ni Attorney Dakut, Attorney Bocar, no? Kahit si Romy, no? Target siya ng attack. Si Jobert lately, Jobert Pahilga.
Attorney Edre Olalia of the International Association of People's Lawyers, or IAPL, is among those few who took the road less traveled by, or what is called alternative law practice, or public interest lawyering, or human rights lawyering. They are the people's lawyers. In June 2006, Lawyers for Lawyers and other Dutch and Belgian lawyers groups, hosted by the Councils for the Defense of Liberties, or CODL, organized an international fact-finding mission, or IFFM, to look into the killings and attacks.
The international fact-finding mission is very important and necessary for us Filipino lawyers and also the Philippine judges because of the deteriorating condition on the security of Filipino lawyers and judges.
We are coming into the Philippines with a commission of 8 lawyers. We are an independent group of independent lawyers. We have been alarmed by a situation in the Philippines. We have been told that lawyers and judges are being killed. Rumors say that they have been killed because of human rights activities. We are going to talk not only to victims and people being harassed, but also to various Philippine authorities.
It would seem that there is a pattern. For example, there are rich people involved in the cases which these lawyers handle or these judges handle.
Jan Bles.
We have no reports for you on human rights lawyers because, as I said, this is something new to us. Perhaps the lawyers they're referring to are included in the militants that have been killed.
Hey,
General of the Philippine National Police. He is the head of our task force investigating all of these killings.
In order to express our concern and to explain to them that we are trying to find out what's going on and that we want to report back into Holland.
Clears the new cameras and take report. All electronic devices, most especially your cell phone, should remain switched off. We received your cabin attendants of Copenhagen executive carrying a bag stored under the seats of the overhead stool.
Very nice. Happy to be here.
I am thankful that these disturbing incidents of killing of lawyers, priests, and civilians in the Philippines have caught your attention and that you came here to the Philippines and to Eastern Visayas.
You said that your husband was threatened before his death. Can you remember when the threats started?
I think 3 months before he died, he received a letter. It was placed in front of our door, and threatening him that he might be killed if he go on his ways.
Attorney Fidelito Dacut defended the poor and oppressed, including those suspected to be members or sympathizers of the New People's Army. He was shot dead inside a jeepney on March 14, 2005 in Tacloban City, Leyte.
Mostly yung mga cases niya sa mga mahihirap. Yung sa farmers, yung mga illegal termination, tapos yung mga squatters, yung living. Parang from end to end ng San Juanico Bridge. Dami-daming tao. Parang yun ang gauge ko na yun ang mga natulungan niya.
Trial Court Judge Henrik Gingoyan, a former human rights lawyer, handed out decisions on big cases, including a contract rescinded by the government and a falsified drug bust. He was shot dead on New Year's Eve, 2006.
On his way home, he was shot.
Ironically, even though Gingoyan was a judge, the judicial system he served could not dispense justice for his family. Gingoyan's widow Maribeth told the IFFM that the police arrested the wrong persons and that witnesses were being coerced to sign affidavits implicating the innocent.
Nagpapasalamat po ako at kayo ay narito upang kahit hindi man tuwirang makatulong ay maging daan sana ng pagtulong sa aming ikatatangunang katarungan para sa aming mga anak.
Pag may lumapit sa akin bilang abogado, humihingi ng tulong, no? Masama ba na sila ay ipagtanggol mo, paglaban mo yung karapatan bilang abogado? Pagka tayo'y napatali sa takot, tayo'y nanatiling tahimik dahil tayo takot, mas lalong walang mangyayari sa ating bayan, no? Pero gusto kong idagdag, tatakot ako dahil nang simula't simula, binantaan na ako. No? Sabihin natin hindi talagang direktang banta. Pero pag sinabi sa'yo ni Colonel Palparan na I'll be watching you, no? Dahil lang sa paninindigan kong huwag pumasok ang militar dito, kakatakot na yan. Ilan lamang yan sa mga cywar at harassment na natatanggap natin. Kaya hindi ako magtataka kung isa ako sa sinasabi nilang nasa order of battle. Pero ipagmamalaki ko na ang aking pinaglalaban dito ay yung para talaga sa karapatan ng mamamayan.
Hindi makakalimutan ang aming hanay ang pagpaslang.
Juvie Magsino, who was elected vice mayor of her town, was a human rights lawyer defending in court the peasants who were victims of the military's false charges. She was shot dead a day before Valentine's in 2004, along with public school teacher and human rights worker Lema Fortu.
Tinatak na sa kanya yung pangalan ng pagiging PA, pero hindi naman talaga siya ang PA. Siya lang ay tumutulong sa mga magsasaka, sa lahat ng mga nangangailangan na humihingi sa kanya ng tulong.
Many more people's lawyers are being subjected to harassment and threats attributable to the military and other state security forces or by agents of those in power. The IFFM came out with a stinging report.
There is a pattern of real disgusting types of threatening and cowardly killings. The authorities have not provided satisfactory information with respect to the very slow handling of these cases.
Ang people's lawyering ay isang threat na rin doon sa Estado. Kasi siya ang tumutulong sa pagmumulat at pinapaliwanag ano ba talaga ang papel ng batas sa lipunan.
In Philippine society, the law grants limited provisions for basic civil liberties and human rights, even as the whole judicial system is seen by many as becoming one limitless instrument wielded by a powerful few. In practice, the so-called rule of law becomes the rule of the few.
Paano mo gagamitin yung batas na umiiral, lalo na yung batas ng Estado, ng kaunti, no? Para ipagtanggol at itaguyod ang karapatan ng iyong mga kliyente mo ng mga mamamayan na nakararami.
Yung mismong Commission on Human Rights, yung mismong Court Suprema.
Ini-implement po namin dito sa Calacang, Maynila, no permit, no rally policy.
When the elite in power feels threatened, even the limited rights of the people are violated. The space for basic liberties, already constricted, is all the more tightened. People's lawyers challenge the practices that undermine the people's rights and welfare. They push the parameters of the legal practice, defining the law as an instrument for justice, as it should be. They compel the judiciary and the state to uphold people's rights and liberties above all else.
Sabihin nyo yung ma-restore.
Sa ngayon po, pasensya na po kayo.
Nag-file kami ng unlawful arrest, no? At saka
Doon po yun na...
alam namin kung sino ang mananagot. No?
The leaders will file case of violation of BP 880, Public Assembly Act of 1985, for the leaders for conducting rally without permit.
Okay, ito naman ang side namin. They did not escape because they believe that the arrest is unlawful. We are going to file counter charges for the violent dispersal of a peaceful assembly. Ganun naman ang amin. Also, both sides will be heard.
Yung manggagawa, yung mga dismissals, no? Sa CBA, sa mga picket, sa strike, illegal dismissals, o yung mga magsasaka, yung eviction, yung laban nila para sa makukulang reforma sa lupa, o yung indigenous Filipinos, yung pagdepensa ng ancestral lands, o yung urban poor sa eviction. Alam mo na halos buhay at kinabukasan nila at saka ng pamilya na natataya. Kahit na anong nangyari sa kaso mo, alam mo na naglingkod ka ron.
Through time, however, people's lawyers have come to realize one key point. The arena for seeking justice is decisively outside the courtroom.
Sa people's lawyering o public interest lawyering, nakikita na ang pakikibakang legal sa pakahulugan na judicial, no? Juridical, ang pakikibakang legal ay isa lamang bahagi ng solusyon. Kung kaya't kailangan sabayan din yan ng mga tinatawag na metalegal na mga pagkilos.
Attorney Olalia cites the case of overseas Filipino worker Flor Contemplacion, who was wrongly accused of murdering a fellow domestic helper and her 6-year-old ward in Singapore in 1995. In last-ditch attempts to save Flor's life, lawyers from the Public Interest Law Center took on the case and petitioned for a reinvestigation, armed with the testimony of a witness who could prove Flor's innocence. The Singaporean court denied the petition and hanged Flor.
Napihit yung frustration ng humbling experience na yon sa pagmumulat ng mga kapwa migranting Pilipino kung ano ang kanilang kalagayan sa ibang bansa ay may kaugnayan sa mga suliranin ng lipunan at paano na-organisa mas lalo pa yung mga migrante at paano nag-react ang Estado. Kasi naglabas siya ng Magna Carta, no, na di umano ay dapat ay tumugon dun sa kaso tulad ni Flor.
The people's lawyers may not win all their court battles, but in each case, the people ultimately gain ground in the fight against repression and oppression.
Kasi kung ma-educate mo sila, tapos ma-organisa mo ang mga mamamayan, mobilisan mo sila, eh higit sa sapat yung pagkapanalo at tagumpay.
This year, a landmark victory was scored by people's lawyers for the party lists Bayan Muna, Anak Pawis, and Gabriela. The Supreme Court granted the petitions to junk the rebellion cases against the party list representatives called the Batasan 6 and 4 other leaders of people's organizations.
Para maisagawa ng Supreme Court ang desisyon na yon ay ang aming mga abogado.
Several other Supreme Court rulings on civil liberties marked similar victories in favor of the people. The High Court, in essence, positively ruled on the people's petitions, questioning Executive Order 464, the calibrated preemptive response, and Proclamation 1017. From the dark era of martial law up to the present, the wealth of experience in legal battles waged by the people's lawyers has served to strengthen the people's movement. People's lawyers have given a voice to the oppressed.
All rise. The International People's Tribunal is now in session.
Good morning, Your Honors. My name is Alfonso Montanza Cinco IV, appearing as prosecutor for Eastern Visayas.
They obtained restraining orders to stop land grabbing. Or secure release orders for those who were arbitrarily detained. They give valuable assistance in fact-finding missions. People's lawyers give advice, translating legal gobbledygook to the language the masses could understand and wield to defend their rights. Legal jargon is transformed to become firmly worded people's petitions to scrap an unjust law or to underscore a victim's cry for justice. People's lawyers assist progressive party lists to formulate meaningful bills for just wages, indemnify martial law victims, protect women and children, among others. The Comprehensive Agreement on Respect for Human Rights and International Humanitarian Law, or CARIL, and all other peace documents that were signed by the government and the National Democratic Front were crafted with the help of the people's lawyers. These victories resulted mainly from the steadfast and militant struggle of the people, supported by the competence and dedication of their councils.
Kung wala ang sama-samang pagkilos, kung wala yung militanteng pakikibaka, kung wala yung organisadong pakikilahok ng kliyente at ng mamayan, walang saysayang legal struggle.
World-renowned public interest lawyer Romeo Capulong stresses that people's lawyering is more than pro bono counseling.
Ibinibigay namin ng serbisyo namin, pero bahagi ng serbisyo ay yung programa ng pagmumulat, no? Kung paano namin inirelate yung legal issues doon sa kaso nung client affecting our clients doon sa pangkalahatang problema ng ating bansa at pangkalahatang pagkilos para sa pagbabago. In other words, merong political, social, and organizational component.
Hindi lamang sa korte ang labanan. Nasa kalsada, nasa pabrika, nasa kanayunan, sa eskwelahan, kung saan-saan larangan na labas sa korte. Kasi nga, inuugnay natin yung usapin sa korte sa mas malawak na mga usapin sa labas ng korte.
The people's struggle is proving to be an uphill battle, faced as it is by the reign of criminal impunity. The parameters of justice narrow down as the Arroyo regime clings to power at all cost.
Mga Martian, pakialala ang ating mga kasamahan. Bigyan natin ng espasyo ang harap at likodan natin.
Yung pamamaslang, yung pagpasampa ng mga trump-up charges of rebellion, yung mga panguhuli, yung mga panonorture, yung pagbubuwag ng mga mapayapang pagkilos, tsaka yung mga usaping pang-ekonomiya tulad sa manggagawa at sa mga pesante. May mga elementong legal yan na kung saan ang karanasan, kaalaman at higit sa lahat yung orientasyon ng isang people's lawyer ay mas kailangan.
The Human Security Act, a misnomer of a law, was put to effect this July, laying the ground for more warrantless arrests, enforced disappearances, arbitrary detention, surveillance, and political persecution. Today, the people need most the dedication and resolve of lawyers to push the parameters for justice.
May kasabihan tayo, repression breeds resistance. Kung gaano kalupit, lalong kikilos ang mamamayan ng mapayapa para sagkaan, labanan yung mga masasamang polisya. Kung gaano kalupit ang kanilang mga mamalakad, lalong umiigting ang pagkilos ng mamamayan.
For people's lawyers, it is a matter of giving what they can, doing what they can do best in the field that is selflessly mastered by those who serve the masses. But even as their lawyers do, it is the people who eventually set the parameters for a rule that stands for justice, truth, and freedom.
We urge all and every member of the legal profession to stand up to what we learned and stand up for the rights of the Filipino people.
Because only when they serve the people do they truly become lawyers. Only when lawyers serve justice do they achieve meaning. Only when lawyers struggle with the people do they succeed.
Kailangan ang lawyering for the poor and the oppressed, lawyering for the people, maging real alternative na viable, no? Na maging attractive sa lahat ng lawyers, lalong-lalo na sa young lawyers and even to law students na pag-graduate, dito ako pupunta.